about the a-hole? I don't know. We're gonna judge you because we're in court. Court's in session. Imagine I'm doing like a big court swingy thing. Pachow! Some of them have already been decided by the community, but we get to decide on our own. So let's get into it. You deliciously comfy, honey. We're about to judge some people on Reddit. Am I the a-hole for telling the guy I date that leaving cat poop in his cat's fur for 2 days is disgusting? No! No! That's the end of it, dude. Absolutely not. Okay, I, 29 female, have been dating this dude, 31 male, for about half a year, so 6 months. So pretty new. He has 2 very furry cats who love to cuddle in the bed and the sofa with us, the poops. One is very shy and timid, whereas the other one is a little goofball. The story involves the shy little lady. So I slept at his place from Saturday to Sunday this weekend and woke up in the middle of the night by feeling the shy cat snuggle up at the top of my head, which cats love to do, right? Oh, nice, I thought to myself, since she usually is a little bit afraid of me. But then I smelled the distinctive smell of cat poop, which is honestly disgusting. I thought it was coming from the litter box and thought nothing of it and fell back asleep. As you would, right? As you would. The following morning, we noticed that it was cat poop on his bag, which made me check the cats to see if there was anything stuck on any of them. And I saw a bit of poop, roughly the size of a penny, stuck in the shy cat's fur. I pointed that out to him while feeling absolutely disgusted that the cat might have cuddled up in my hair with poop in her fur, which she did. He said that he would try to get it out, but that it would probably be hard since she usually struggles when you're trying to groom her. I told him to just get scissors and snip it away before she could react, but he insisted that it would be very hard and he didn't want to scare her. I was like, okay, he will probably fix it when I've left, and she feels left scared and left it at that. Today, this is 2 days later, I asked him how it went and he told me he hadn't gotten rid of it all yet because it's easier to get it out when it's dry. Now you might think the cat is so shy that you can't even touch her without running away. She's not. I petted her multiple times and she's 100% comfortable with him. So I can't see how he hasn't just cut it off already. It might be worth to mention that I have an unreasonable fear of germs and bacteria. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So I freaked the out. I told him it was disgusting and that I probably won't visit him for a while since the chance of being in cat poop literally everywhere by now is big. He says that I'm overreacting and that it isn't a big deal, but I proceed to tell him that it's a major red flag for me and that I think it's messed up to let the whole apartment get smears of cat poop everywhere. So am I the a-hole for possibly overreacting to him not cleaning up his shy cat's poop after 2 days? No! No, you're not. You're perfectly fine. In my humble opinion, you're totally fine. Do I have like shit hanging off my ass when I get off the toilet and I'm gonna sit on your head? I don't think so, honey. Unless that's some type of kink, absolutely not. I don't care. Your cat has poop on it and you need to cut the poop off, wash the poop off. Dude, you can't leave it there. This person is 100% not an a-hole. Like that one's done. Like if any of you in chat are going to turn around and be like, this person's an a-hole, I'm going to like strongly disagree with you. I think we can all be on the same page with this one, right? Let's see what the internet has to say though. Not the asshole. I have fluffy cats and one, a similar shy, scaredy cat sometimes gets dingleberries. Everyone gets dingleberries, including humans. There's no shame about your dingles, your dingle dangles. The only shame is if you continue to carry your dingle dangles with you. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. It is gross and I'm not sorting it out. I deserve to be shamed a little bit, honestly. Cats have trochopilosismosis. So pet poop shouldn't be getting spread all over. Trochopilosimus, anyone? Is that some type of disease that cats have? Yeah, like you can get sick from cat poop, can't you? Am I the a-hole? Bought my girlfriend flowers, a flower bouquet. Flowers bouquet, I believe it's just flower bouquet, and she didn't like it. I don't know what to feel. I gave my girlfriend a bouquet of flowers with sunflowers. I love sunflowers, and some daisies on the side. I assume they're daisies, but I'm not sure. She says that the bouquet looks like funeral flowers and says she'll just find an angle so it could be postable on her social media. Okay, Broseph. I argue it's not ugly and it looks beautiful. I tried to pick the best bouquet I can afford, and this hurts my feelings. I told her that she kind of have ruined my day. Oh, bless. Okay, so this is two different things. I will say, number one, you can both have a way about it, right? You can both feel a way about it. It's your actions afterwards that isn't justified. So you're valid for your feelings. If you don't like something, totally valid, but your actions are not always valid. And I think this is a case where this has happened. This person is not an a-hole whatsoever, obviously. They've tried their best. They didn't maliciously get the wrong flowers. Well, you get these flowers and they're funeral flowers. Like, they're being kind. And the internet already decided not an a-hole. Okay, let's see what the internet has to say about it. Not the asshole. She cares more about how a gift will look on social media than the feelings of a person who gave it to her. Run so far away. That's actually pretty, yeah. It was like she wanted to be validated by having really beautiful flowers on social media, so other people is like, wow, this person really loves her. Maybe that's what she was looking for and she didn't get it, so she's gonna have a cry about it. Okay, babies, next story. Oh, we got a juicy story for you. You better sit down and strap in. Am I the a-hole for kicking a pregnant woman out of her seat? Now, this is interesting because the headline, I would say, yes, you very much are. However, it has been voted not an a-hole. So I'm very curious about how this one's gonna go down. Okay, so this happened a few hours ago and I've just calmed down because I hate conflict. Don't we all, honey? Basically, I was doing a long travel day, 5 hours-ish, so I booked my train in advance to ensure that I had a reserved seat. When I get on the train, a woman is in my seat. So I politely inform her that I think that's my seat, show her my ticket and ask her to move. She checks her ticket and just says, well, I must have sat in the wrong seat, and puts her head down. I say that it's my seat and could I please sit in it? At this point, her partner sitting opposite her starts speaking at me in what I perceive to be an aggressive tone. He suggests I find another seat, which there are none because it's busy, and I say, but I have booked that seat and there are no other available seats in the garage. He then raises his voice and says, well, someone else is in our seats and that his missus is pregnant. I say I understand and that I have a heart defect, which I do, and said everyone has their own medical issues and reasons standing for long periods of time might be difficult. And here I could be the a-hole. I asked him not to speak to me in an aggressive tone. Yes, girl, you stand up for yourself. That is not a-hole behavior. That is standing up for yourself, being like, listen, sir, sit down before you fall down, because do not come at me with that behavior. Do not. Yes, I'm loving this. So I get excited. I'll go back to the story. I ask him not to speak to me in an aggressive tone and that I will make a complaint. Yes. He then starts swearing at me and I ask him to stop. Eventually the woman gets up and allows me to sit there, and he continues to berate me, saying he hopes I feel good for myself and that I'm quiet now and have my seat, when really I just stopped engaging as I felt there was no point. I must say that if his wife is a pregnante, why doesn't he get his fat butt off the effing seat, stand up, and let his pregnant wife sit down? One of the men who was sat beside him offers that him and his partners sit in the seats opposite me. It's a table seat. At which point he sits his partner down and then laughs at me and points in my face. Eventually, when the ticket inspector comes around, they are asked to move to their assigned seats, and she asks if I'm okay as another passenger has made a complaint on my behalf. Even so, was I the a-hole? No. Should I have left them alone as she was pregnante? And did I in any way escalate the situation? You are not the a-hole. These people are the a-holes. If you have an assigned seat, I don't care if you're growing a baby inside you or not. Like, you shift your butt. Like, you go. Take your grumpy ass hubby with you and go sit in another seat. Okay, edit. Here we go. We got a little post-amble. As I don't know how I'll be able to respond to all the comments, thank you sincerely to everyone that has engaged with this post. I've learned a lot about myself and my ability to let anxiety and overthinking get in the way of trusting my decisions. I honestly came into writing this thinking that I escalated the situation. There wasn't even a situation at hand until you needed your rightful seat. They made the situation happen. You had a right. You had a right to your throne, lady. So to have people affirm That's just standing my ground. Hundo P, baby. That is all right has been really gratifying. It has taught me, however, I have a way to go with standing up for myself. You just got the first bit of it, babe, and you're doing so good. Not being such a people pleaser, 100%. If I don't get to respond, just know I appreciate your engagement with my post nonetheless. And this has really helped me calm and give me insight after an incredibly stressful situation. God bless this person. Am I the a-hole for not going to D&D because I am pregnante? I say absolutely not. If you've got something growing in your tum-tum, you do whatever you want, whenever you want, within reason. Okay? That includes not having to go to D&D and fight a freaking dragon or level up or use your bard inspiration to heal some blah, blah, blah. The internet has decided you're not an a-hole, but we will make our own decision on Twitch, won't we, guys? We will. Okay, 22 female. I've been with my 22 male husband. Let's call him Dave. We hate Dave. I'm kidding. For 5 years. We have a little girl together who I will refer to as Brianne. I'm currently pregnant with our next child. I'm 10 weeks along, so prime time for nausea and vomiting, and I've experienced a lot of it. Oh, you poor muffin. Every other Wednesday, my husband and I drop off our daughter at grandparents' house. We play D&D with our group. That is so sweet. Today I've thrown up 3 times and do not feel any better. I work at a preschool, so I'm lucky to be able to bring my daughter to work. I work Monday to Friday. My husband has Tuesday and Wednesdays off and works weekends. Even on the days Dave has off, I still take Brian to work so he can really rest. This mom is doing too much. On the weekends, I am still a mom and Dave can't take Brienne, so breaks are hard to come by. I was sleeping during Brienne's nap today when my husband shook me awake to say we needed to leave right now to go to D&D. I immediately had a headache from probably being dehydrated and felt sick, so I told him I think I need to rest and not go this time. Oh, 100%. If you're not feeling well, that I don't feel well, period. There's nothing after that. If your partner forces you to go somewhere when you're feeling icky poo, I don't like that. I do not like that for a second. Dave was obviously frustrated and he said that I put my foot down, you are going. I effing hate you, Dave. I effing hate you. He said we agreed to this every other Wednesday, so we're doing it. I told him he can still go without me 100%. You can rest in D&D. You don't have to go every single time. Dave continued on to say, well, I am just going to tell everyone you didn't want to come. I told him that's not true. I did not want to miss out. Of course you don't. But I need to rest and not put my body through more activities right now. So I texted the group chat to let them know I am not coming because I have been throwing up and need to rest. The whole group was very kind and understanding, saying, we will protect O'Rock, assuming that's how you say it, my character, and get better, which was nice and actually made me tear up a little because it made me feel cared about. Soon after I sent it to the chat, Dave said he was leaving Brienne home. I asked, why can you not take her still so that I can actually rest? He said it was a waste of time to take her to her grandma's when he can just leave her here with me. He has been fully aware of how sick I have been these past couple of weeks, as he has heard me throwing up in the bathroom. So I told him that he was being selfish and is only thinking about himself, which he is. He got extremely flustered and started to get our daughter ready. I told him his frustration towards me and lack of care is making me scared, and he should leave our daughter at home. Now Dave was ignoring me. I started to plead with him to leave her here because in my mind during this, I thought, if he cannot treat his wife with love and respect, I cannot trust him to do the same with our daughter. He talked sweetly to Brienne in spite of his attitude towards me though. On his way out, he was short and harsh in tone when saying bye. He texted me literally 40 minutes ago with an apology, but I'm debating on if I really have anything to apologize for too. He really got me wondering, am I an a-hole for canceling plans? Time to find a new husband, lady. We have to remember as a community that we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Dave might have had a horrific day. He might be stressed out of his mind. But again, we have to remind ourselves that your feelings are valid, yes. It's your actions that are not valid. Do you understand me? David, you piece of poo? This makes me so mad. He's obviously being very selfish in the situation. He's like, well, we promised about the D&D. Who gives a flying frying pan? Also, your wife is pregnante. Your wife sounds like she looks after your other child all the freaking time and you don't do jack. And even when he needs his rest, she's placating to him, being like, I'll make sure our daughter is like taken somewhere else, or I'll take her to my work so you can rest.
Like, what is wrong with you, bro?
Like, I want to slap Dave from here to like China. I want to slap him, and that's a long way away. He needs to grow up and they have to have a serious conversation, because this man is treating her in a not cool way and I hate it. And I want to meet this person and punch him in his face. I don't condone violence, but in this situation, sometimes you just like slap a few balls or just punch your nose. This person is 100% not an a-hole whatsoever. You can't be an a-hole. There is in no realm that you're an a-hole. Let's see what the internet says. I like what this person has said. Does Dave do anything ever? Does he take Brienne in the evenings for a few hours? Does he take care of chores? Does he cook? Honestly, you're not an a-hole either way, but I'm curious if he's otherwise a good hubs and this was a one-off instance, or whether he's generally slug-like creature and you'd be better off without him. And someone said, my money is on him being a slug creature, which I don't blame the internet for saying. I don't care if she woke up and just didn't want to go. She woke up and she was like, you know, Dave, I don't want to go to D&D tonight. That's it. Okay, babe, like, do you want me to stay home? How do you feel? Like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Do you want to see if you can try come, or you really just need rest? That is how a person responds to another person. Yes! You check in. Is everything okay? That's it. That is the gravel has been graveled. Making your partner feel shame, guilt about not coming. That is the biggest load of BS I've ever heard in my entire life. I am like shooketh at this. Your husband's an a-hole. Maybe you should get him to post. Court adjourned. We are done with MIE a-holes for today. But if you've got a great story from yourself and you want to know if you're an a-hole, or maybe you want something on Reddit, get on in the Discord and come join us, because we love you so very much.